Very good evening, everybody. Can all of you hear us properly? Can everybody see the screen properly? Just give us confirmation. I have Vandana Madam with me. I'm Yogeshwar Vashishtha, and good to show you into a non-stock market class. This is a non-stock market class we have, where I'll not be talking about stocks. I'll not be talking about double tops, double bottoms. We will not bother about stop losses or targets or the market going up or down. We'll only be focused on one thing which is extremely important for you to do all form of tradings that you want. It is your body. So I have with me Vandana Madam, who is our yoga teacher.
Namaskar.
She is teaching us yoga. Dharmishta, she is teaching for many years. To me, she is teaching for last 6 months. I was the most skeptic student. What does a stock market guy need yoga for? The first thing she taught me is it is not yoga, it is yoga. The A is not required. And ma'am, why should we do yoga? Yes.
You know best. Y'all are one group where y'all are facing a very hectic lifestyle, lot of stress, lot of competition, and targets to be met, things to be done. So there's a lot that for that you're trading a lot of things. That is your health, your loss of balance, and today there is a need to do something for self, and all these things require you to do something which where you have to come back to self.
Right.
Yoga is the need or the answer to this.
Yes. Umakant says at last today it is yoga for yoga. Yeah, that's correct, Umakant. Nivedita Madam is here. Great to have you here, ma'am. So, and I have a few questions for Vandana Madam. So I have put them right in front of me on the screen so that I don't forget it. See, we have a hectic lifestyle. We face stress, and as you said, loss of balance and health. So the first thing I want to ask is, as we grow old, what happens to our body? Why do we need to recharge it regularly? I mean, if you can look at them and tell, they will feel, you're talking to them.
Yeah. So when we are younger or when we see children, they are full of energy. They're all the time they're playing and they never get tired. Lot of energy within them. Even when we are younger, we can do a lot of things without feeling tired. All through the day, we can take that stress. But as we start aging, and what is aging? Aging is nothing but the cells in our body start dying or start changing. There are a lot of chemical changes in the body. There's a lot of change in your bone health. So overall, the body is not able to take everything the same way that we could do it 10 years ago.
Right.
So the energy levels go down, and we are all the time we are doing things outside. We are running all throughout. Okay.
मैम थोड़ा सा हिंदी में भी बोलना पड़ेगा. देखिए उधर वो अक्षय बुलबुले हैं, उन्होंने ऑलरेडी बोलना शुरू कर दिया. क्या सारा का सारा सेशन इंग्लिश में होने वाला है? हम हिंदी भाषी लोगों का क्या होगा? भाई अक्षय, ऐसा नहीं है. ये सेशन मिक्स रहेगा हिंदी का और इंग्लिश का. और जब हम योग करेंगे ना, उसमें जब मैडम ऊपर नीचे करवाएंगे तो उसमें हिंदी इंग्लिश नहीं होता है, उसमें सिर्फ मूवमेंट होता है. मैडम थोड़ा सा हिंदी में बताएंगे इनको, और अक्षय को वहां देख के आप बोलिएगा तो उसको लगेगा कि मुझसे ही बात हो रही है.
हाँ अक्षय जी, तो हमें योग क्यों करना है, वो आजकल बहुत अवेयरनेस है. सबको पता है कि हेल्थ और पोल्यूशन बहुत ज्यादा है, तो हमें थोड़ा बहुत तो अपने तरफ ध्यान देना है. हम हमेशा फैमिली के लिए, फ्रेंड्स के लिए, वर्क के लिए बहुत टाइम निकाल लेते हैं, पर खुद के लिए कोई टाइम नहीं निकालता है. हम हमेशा बोलते टाइम नहीं है योगा के लिए, कब करूं. तो थोड़ा बहुत मैं एक छोटी सी स्टोरी बताऊंगी. आई से टेल इट इन इंग्लिश. Easy है, simple story. A small analogy that I want to give. There was a father. he took his son to the office on a Sunday morning. उनकी वाइफ नहीं थी उस दिन घर पे, तो उनको थोड़ा बहुत काम था ऑफिस में, तो अपने बेटे को ऑफिस ले गया. He had some work, 2 घंटे का काम था, but the child was not allowing him to do any work. तो बहुत परेशान हो गया बच्चा, बहुत तंग कर रहा था और कुछ काम करने नहीं दे रहा था. तो बार बार उसे कुछ ना कुछ खेलने के लिए कुछ दे रहा था, उसका माइंड थोड़ा डाइवर्ट करने के लिए, पर बार बार 5-5 मिनट में बच्चा आ जाए और पापा को तंग कर रहा था. The father got कि अभी मेरा काम होगा कैसे, I need to finish it quickly, something urgent, that is why he was there on that Sunday morning in the office. So finally he got an idea. There was a magazine lying around on which there was a world map. So what he did was he tore that page and he tore it into small bits and pieces and he gave it to the child. The child loved to solve puzzles, so he gave him a kind of a jigsaw puzzle and he told him that this is a world map, you put this in place. And the child फादर वॉज वेरी हैप्पी कि अभी 2 घंटे तक तो ये इसको पजल्स बहुत अच्छा लगता है, 2 घंटे तक तो ये अपना काम करता रहेगा, मुझे डिस्टर्ब नहीं करेगा. बट विद इन 5 minutes द चाइल्ड केम बैक विद द वर्ल्ड मैप डन, द पजल इन प्लेस, एंड ही टोल्ड हिज फादर, पापा देखो रेडी है. So the father was astonished. He was amazed. My child is a genius. He's put the world map in place in 5 minutes. I couldn't have done it myself. How did he do it in 5 minutes? So then he asked the child कि कैसे किया बेटा इतना जल्दी? तो बोला पापा बहुत सिंपल था, पीछे के बाजू एक ह्यूमन बीइंग का बॉडी था, मैंने वो ह्यूमन बीइंग को प्लेस में डाला तो पूरा वर्ल्ड मैप जगह पे आ गया. That is the analogy that we are talking about today. If you put yourself in place, your world comes in place. We first need to put things here correctly. Whatever is giving us trouble, we should put ourselves in place and our world comes in place. We try to change the world. वो ठीक नहीं है, वो अच्छा नहीं कर रहा, उसको ठीक करना है, पर पहले अपने आप को ठीक करना है. If I am okay, the world is okay. And these are miracles that we have seen. People who start doing yoga, start going towards self, they put themselves in place. There's a lot of energy that we have in our body after doing yoga. The things that we took an hour or 2 hours to do, we could finish in 20 minutes. So we are getting more time and more energy for self if we put ourselves in place. Don't ever say the word that I don't have time.
मैडम, लेकिन ज्यादातर प्रॉब्लम तो हम सबको यही आता है कि हमको लगता है कि दुनिया के सबसे बिजी लोग हम ही हैं. वी आर द मोस्ट busy people in the world. And for my traders who have to balance their job, they have to balance their trading and investment, how will they manage to fit in yoga in their life? And how much time do they have to put in? And how much efforts they need to put in? So.
We have to thank you for that. You're taking this initiative to all of them, and a beautiful initiative, I feel, that and needed by most people today. And a lot of people are aware. I'm sure quite a few of them might be doing yoga already. But this session is going to be for an hour. Yes. If they can find time for an hour, very good. If not, they can learn for a few sessions and then maybe 15-20 minutes every day in the morning or whenever they have time, they can give it to themselves. So at least 20 minutes to self. 20 minutes, that's all. But that you have to find time.
Yes, you have to find time. Ma'am, there are different types of yogas as I have seen. There's a Dhyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and many other names that I have heard of. So what are these?
See, now what exactly is yoga? Okay, what is the meaning of yoga? Yoga means union. The word yoga, the Sanskrit word yoga means union. Union with self. Okay?
Ma'am, we'll keep it there.
Yes.
That way they will, yes.
Yes.
We'll keep it
So
there.
yoga means union with self. Okay? We are all the time, we are running around, we are doing things for others, but we don't have time for self. If you get time for yourself, you will be a better person to be able to give things to others. You will realize that yoga helps you to do many things in a very short while because there's more energy. And you will enjoy whatever you do. It's not going to be a burden doing things. You will be able to take better decisions. Okay. Today there are the lifestyle that we have. So many people with neck pain. You're working on the computer all the time. Cervical pain, knee pain, arthritis, colds and coughs, lack of immunity, so on and so forth. The list just continues. Are we enjoying all the things that we have today? We are not able to, if the health is not one headache, you cannot do anything if you have a headache. So you cannot enjoy anything if the health is not there. So health comes first. Okay, and this is just the way to give time to self. And yoga or the union with self. There are different ways. Many people do yoga in different ways. Like some people do meditation, dhyana yoga.
Right.
There is bhakti yoga. They sing. They
Right.
have an idol for which they do have that bhakti.
Right.
So that connects them to self. Okay, karma yoga, as our Bhagavad Gita believes in karma yoga, laya yoga, tantra yoga. There are many chanting, mantra yoga. So all these are different kinds of yoga. They are all interconnected. They might just be done in different forms, but ultimate aim of yoga is self-realization. Okay, so that is what we're looking at today. Two most important one is Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. People who are actually going through yoga or must be attending some classes would understand this as Hatha Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga, most popular ones today. What is Hatha Yoga? Hatha Yoga does not, as many people have this misconception that it is Hatha means force, that we have to force our body to be doing things. I have to go to the forest, I have to do meditation on top of a mountain. No. Where you are, what you are doing, that is yoga. Connecting yourself with your environment is yoga. Okay, so her means her and her means the sun, tha means moon. Okay, so both these together are the dualities in life. Okay, we are coming under everything. Sun and moon are the dualities. Today, whatever dualities we face in our life, it allows us or it helps us, this knowledge helps us to have a balance between the two. Okay, or balance in all the dualities in life. Okay, so
ma'am, we have reached our first milestone. I have 51 students from the trading room who are attending the session. Guys, hats off to you. बिल्कुल मैं फैन हो गया हूँ बहुत बड़ा. You know, आप पूरे दिन काम करके शाम को 7:30 बजे योगा की क्लास में आए हो और आप में से बहुत सारे लोग सुबह 9 से 11 की क्लास में भी थे. So this is, I hope you're liking this session. This is a initiative we have. सिर्फ थ्योरी नहीं होगी, इसमें बहुत सारा प्रैक्टिकल भी होने वाला है. मैडम बहुत सारा सिखाने वाली हैं. अभी यहाँ हैं 2 हफ्ता और उसके बाद वापस यूएस चली जाएंगी. तो उसके बाद यूएस से आपको रेगुलर सेशंस मिलेंगे. मैं तो एक छोटा सा मैं एग्जांपल देता हूँ अपना खुद का. मैं योगा वाला बंदा नहीं, मैं स्टॉक वाला बंदा हूँ. So I was very skeptic about yoga. You know, Dharmishta is ardent. She has been teaching Dharmishta for many years. And she said now that you are doing so much of trading and everything, your students are increasing, you are facing stress, you should de-stress. So, and she said, you have to start yoga. So I said, what is a good time? And she said, let's start at 5 o'clock in the morning. And it was the first shock I had. I said, who will come at 5 o'clock in the morning to teach yoga? I said, this idea is not realistic. He said, no, Vandana madam will come 5 o'clock in the morning. So out of, I said, that can't happen. I said, yes, 5. If she can come at 5 o'clock, I will do yoga at 5 o'clock. And, you know, within next week, 4:45, madam was at the house. And Dharmishta said, madam is here, get up, we have a yoga class. So in the first class, I don't think I was awake. I was half sleeping. And I was one of the most, stubborn students. I was not willing to learn. And I thought this will continue for a week or so. Then they will let me go and focus on my trades and my walk and my gym, But, she is very good. So the first thing after a week, what I started finding was that I was breathing better. And my flexibility in just a week has started going on. And when I was trading, I found myself a little more relaxed. This was my start. And now I think we are learning for 6 months, ma'am, almost. For 6 months, मैं हफ्ते में एक आध छुट्टी तो कोई बहाना करके मार ही देता हूँ. But I've become more regular. When the first time she taught me Surya Namaskar, I said, Madam, I cannot do this. This is too much of twist and turn. So I think this is not for ordinary people. And in the evening, I'm not perfect at my Surya Namaskar, but after some time, I'll show you how much I have learned it. And I can tell you very clearly and very, very bluntly, if I can learn yoga, anybody can learn. And some of you might already, how many of you already do yoga, guys? I'll speak yoga, I'll not say yoga. How many of you do yoga already? Maybe a little or maybe full time. Okay, Akshay does it, Atul does it, so Tarun does it. Great, so awesome session. Thank you very much. Last 15 years Ramesh is doing. देखो, तो यहाँ पे मैंने बोला था यहाँ तो कोई होगा ही नहीं योग करने वाला, तो यहाँ तो योग करने वाले 10 लोग मैडम आपको मिल गए ऑलरेडी. ठीक है. और they will appreciate it. Okay. अभी अभिजीत का मैडम आपसे क्वेश्चन है. He wants to ask what is the difference between yoga and yoga?
Okay. See, the Sanskrit word is yoga. Okay. And yoga means union. When it is translated in English, people have started saying yoga. So actually it is pronounced as yoga, nothing else, but it is just pronounced as yoga because that's how, that is the Sanskrit word and it means union with self. And the ultimate aim of yoga is self-realization. But today we are starting this session as for good health, yoga for good health. We are not getting into details of how we are going to achieve self-realization, but today's need is good health, and that is what we are going to look at in the coming session.
मैडम हम सब ट्रेडर्स हैं, हमको तो सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन जैसे ही हमारा स्टॉप लॉस हिट होता है हमको सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन हो जाता है. बराबर एवरीबॉडी, दिन में 3 बार स्टॉप लॉस हिट हुआ तो सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन हो जाता है, राइट? Okay, but every day Kiran says, but madam, what Leena is, okay, Shantanu is asking from Calcutta, what time is good for you?
We'll come to that, okay? I'll tell you the guidelines for how to be doing yoga. So let us first look at, as the question was asked, what is the difference between yoga and yoga? So the difference is just in the pronunciation, that it's not an English word, it's a Sanskrit word and it means yoga, okay? So you should pronounce it as yoga, not as yoga. That's all, that is the difference, okay? And what we are going to look at is Maharishi Patanjali's Yoga Darshan, which is Ashtanga Yoga. He was the one who thousands of years ago has put down the guidelines for yoga, and today everybody, many people would be knowing, since so many of you have been doing yoga also. So Ashtanga Yoga, Ashta as it means in Sanskrit, it means 8 limbs. Okay, the yoga has 8 limbs. What are these 8 limbs? Or it's called as an 8-fold yoga path that we have to follow. Okay, out of this, this is divided into 2 parts. One is Bahiranga Yoga, which is external yoga, what we are doing physically with the body, and the second part of it is Antaranga Yoga or internal yoga. Okay, so it's totally, so initially we start as we are grasti, we are not yogis. Okay, so for us it is all Bahiranga Yoga where we are beginning. So we are right from childhood. Yoga is there in everybody's life, right from childhood. We are being taught. We have been taught some rules for self improvement, self development. You have to be honest, you have to be truthful, you should be not stealing things, not being possessive about things. So there are certain norms that you have to be pure, cleanliness. Those things are taught right from childhood to each one of us. So there are certain rules for self development of for each one, and there are certain rules at how we should be in society, how we should behave in society. So some norms that we should be following: we should not be violent, we should be speaking the truth. Okay, so a lot of things that we need to follow. So these are both these limbs are called as yama and niyama. Okay, that we are following for in society. The third and the fourth limbs are which most of us know about, and that's what we think is the entire yoga, is asanas and pranayams. Okay, so asana is, and we will be focusing on these two majorly in our sessions too. Asanas are nothing but postures that we are holding steadily. Okay, they are psychosomatic posture. That is, they not only affect your body but also your mind. By doing these practices, we are getting good blood circulation in the body. The health of each and every cell in the body is affected by these practices. Okay, so two things that we have been given right from birth, two gifts: our body and our breath. Okay, and we have to maintain these the day we go back. Okay, so these two things are body and breath, and this is what asanas and pranayams help us do. To maintain our body, we need to do asanas. To maintain the bridge between the body and the mind is your breath. Okay, so with the breath we can reach the mind or purify the mind. Asanas help us purify the body, and pranayams help us to purify the breath. Or in other words, as the breath gets more and more purified, our mind or the thoughts become more positive, become more purified, become the attitude that we have, that all changes. So the body and the mind both get affected with asanas and pranayams. This is all is Bahiranga yoga, or the external yoga that we have to put efforts in.
Ma'am, you were talking about breath. What is the importance of breath? Because most of us take our breath for granted. So what is the importance?
Yeah, although we have been breathing right from day one, but we don't breathe correctly. Okay, our lungs or our respiratory system. Okay, you can look at our lungs are like balloons. Okay, so we breathe and we're breathing out. The balloons are expanding and relaxing. So we keep breathing in and breathing out. The oxygen that we take in from the air, okay, that is reaching through the lungs. It goes to our circulatory system and it reaches each and every cell in the body. Now, so if we are breathing well, we are breathing good air, we are more oxygenated, and there is good circulation in the body too. As time goes, and if you look at today's scenario outside, there's so much of pollution. Okay, so we're not getting enough oxygen. These yogis went to the mountains to do that. Okay, so to get fresh air or unpolluted air. So whenever you see people who are sitting in the garden, very, very fresh, feel good, feel relaxed. Okay, so people who go to the garden every day, I can tell you one thing: they don't feel depression ever. You see the laughter clubs and all that going on in the garden. So that is all because of the breath. Okay, because we are breathing in fresh air. Unfortunately, children who, when we are born, we breathe very well. We breathe fully. The balloon that you can see, the lungs expand fully and contract fully. But as with our lifestyle, the breathing apparatus goes on shrinking. We are not exercising that much. We're sitting all day. So the lungs are not functioning to its full capacity. Okay, we are only using 1/3 of our lung capacity. So we are not breathing correctly. Okay, there's a lot of stale air inside. So even if there's an oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange in the lungs, but we are not breathing properly because there's a lot of carbon dioxide in the body.
Right.
Okay, so as we do a lot of practices, breathing exercises, we make sure that these lungs are expanding fully. Yeah. So it's not only at the time of doing yoga, not only at the time of doing yoga, but throughout the day.
We are stock market people. We understand the language of money, and this is what. If you do yoga regularly, you will reduce your doctor bills by about 90%. This one thing doctors are very expensive these days. So with yoga, I have found that you can reduce your medical bill by almost 90%. Now, there are some questions already coming, like Pukhraj Vishnu, he has a question, ma'am. If you, guys, you can put in your question. It's okay. We'll ask madam to, first I'll ask her to answer a few questions, then I'll request her to tell how she will be. This is an introductory session where she'll be telling you how the sessions will flow from tomorrow onwards. The first question is from Pukhraj. He said, does yoga cure diseases like throat infection, neck, etc., or it is only to prevent these? Ma'am, can you answer him?
See, by doing yoga, we are improving our immunity. I can tell you my own experience. I used to have a cold and a cough 365 days a year. There was not a single day that it did not have that.
Right.
But after that, till date, after I started doing yoga, till date, I don't get a cold ever.
Ma'am,
Very rare.
ma'am,
Very
how many
rare.
years you are doing yoga now?
See, I learned yoga at a very young age when I was in college. So, there was yoga in the family. My mother used to practice yoga, so I was inspired by her. And from a very young age, I started doing yoga. But I had never learned it systematically. I just used to attend classes, and I was passionate about yoga. I used to watch it on TV, things like that. Wherever I could get, I would attend that session, etc. But I never learned it. In a very systematic way. So approximately 10 years ago, I myself had a lot of health issues, and that is the time when I really took yoga seriously, and I went through a teacher's training course, and there were many other courses that I did after that, and that is how I got into it. And that day, I had never learned yoga to teach somebody else. I had done it for myself, but believe me, that knowledge, God didn't want me to keep it with me. It just went to
Guys, let me tell you about ma'am. Ma'am is MSc Biochemistry. She has worked on the Bombay Stock Exchange for a few years. She was working with NIIT. She has done a lot of corporate jobs. Her husband is very successful. They have one son. And a few years ago, she left everything that was corporate, and she wanted to spread yoga wherever she could, and that's how she takes it. And that is the mission we have, to take yoga to as many people as possible. I said, let's start with our traders. They need yoga the most. So if you have any other questions, you.
Somebody spoke about headache, right?
Headache. Okay. Manish Shende says, my daughter at 10th standard and has headache. Please comment. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Children today are also stressed because of the studies. There are a lot of practices, especially in pranayams, where children can practice pranayams regularly, and it will help in not only the headache will go away, but the memory and concentration also improves. I have a student who had headache for many years. She's saying there was not a single day that I wouldn't have a headache. And when she came to the class, within 2 days, she's saying day 2, her headache has disappeared. Till date, it has never come back. So there are a few practices that we will be doing them regularly, of course. And once you learn those pranayams, it helps a lot in memory and concentration. I had taken a small session for a month or so for children who were in the 10th standard. They used to attend some classes, and there I used to go and teach them every evening. So I used to concentrate only on pranayams, so that would de-stress them and relax them, and some small meditation. So pranayams help in their memory and concentration.
Right.
And we will be doing all these. So your questions will be answered in a few sessions.
Ma'am, can you give a brief as to how the course will flow?
Yeah. Okay.
How the teaching will go?
Okay. Yeah. So we are going to have a 1 hour session 3 times a week. We're going to be, initially there will be some sessions where we're going to be talking. So, because I need to pass on some information. So once a week, maybe there'll be a talk. And wherever I feel the need, on those days, we will have a small talk session. Otherwise, the session for 1 hour will be, we're going to have the first 20 minutes where we're going to do a small prayer. After which we are going to do some small warm-up exercises, or they're called as joint exercises. They feel very simple, but after sitting, it can be done early morning also, when the body, when you get up, is not very flexible. You feel stiff. Also, after a day's work, you're feeling tired and you need to just relax your muscles. So these small warm-up exercises are going to de-stress you and help in increasing your blood circulation throughout the body. And so these will be the beginning, that first 10 minutes after the prayer. And we're going to also be learning Surya Namaskar. Okay, but Surya Namaskar is not considered as part of the yoga. It is considered as an exercise. Okay, so it is very good cardio exercise that you can say. There are many asanas put together, and asana, the meaning of asana is that you have to hold it very steadily and hold it for some time. That is the actual definition of an asana. But Surya Namaskar, these asanas put together are done as an exercise. They are not, you're not holding it for a long time, but you're actually practicing it quickly. So there are different asanas put together, and we will have an entire session on Surya Namaskar. But I'm not going to be in a hurry to be teaching you on Surya Namaskar. There will be other things that we will learn first. So this will be the first 20 minutes. After which we'll have a short relaxation. After doing any physical exercise, like Surya Namaskar is pretty heavy, so you must relax after that. The muscles should come back to its normal practice, that the way you are, you feel good, and your heart rate, etc., pulse rate, everything should be coming back to normal after that. So we do a short relaxation after that. So this is the first 20 minutes. Next 20 minutes, we're going to be talking about some breathing exercises. Okay, some Shuddhi Kriyas like Kapalabhati, many of you will be doing. Okay, and some pranayams. Okay, so 20 minutes every day we will be dedicating to pranayams. And the last 20 minutes we are going to be doing asanas. So around 15 minutes it will be asanas, and another 5 to 7 minutes we are going to be doing relaxation. So without relaxation, we should not be ending our class. We should always relax and get our muscles and our nerves, our circulatory system back to its normal self, and then only we will complete the particular practice. So this is the session that we will be having for 3 times a week. Okay, now which are the 3 days? Yogeshwar ji will let you all know the 3 days.
Yes, sorry guys, there was a sound coming on top. Stress comes in every way, so I requested them to stop it. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So these are the 3 days we will start. Madam is here for 2 more weeks. So we'll have 3 days for these 2 weeks, and once she goes back to US, I think by the end of December, then even Friday will be there. So it will be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. One of them would be theory and question answers. 3 days would be practice. Even today in the end, I will request Madam to at least teach us a little small exercises. So, but these will be the days: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday for the coming 2 weeks. Then we will add Friday when she is back in US.
There are some more questions, I think.
Okay, yes.
Talking about neck pain and how if you can sit on the chair and do exercises.
Yes,
there are a lot of exercises, and through the course we will look at cervical pain, we will look at backache, we will be looking at yoga as a therapy. Okay, today 90% of people who come to me, nobody has good health. There will be only 10% of people who come with good health. 90% of the people have some ailment or the other, whether it's knee pain or backache or cervical pain. So all these are very common, and you will see that actually yoga works like magic for these things. You will not know that these things existed for you. Okay, so they are very small things. Initially, you may feel that how am I going to do, but if you start doing, all these things disappear within a few days' time. Okay, until and unless it's very severe, you need to consult your doctor before practicing these. But if it is mild, these things are going to disappear within a few days. You will see that things are changing in the body.
So, ma'am, we are starting something called online yoga, because normally you have students in front of you.
Okay.
But finally you have agreed to teach online. So what are the precautions they have to take, because you will not be meeting them one-to-one?
Mhm.
So, what precautions do they have to take?
Yeah,
That,
so
that,
they were
that
asking me also
yes.
that what time is best for this. So precautions and some guidelines of how to be doing the yoga. See, one is that anybody who's having severe problems, high BP, heart problems, okay, for them you have to consult your doctor before you can do yoga. There are many practices that you cannot do if you have these ailments. But when I talk about them, when we are doing those, I will be surely giving the message that these people should not be doing. Okay, some practices like people who have lower back pain should not be bending forward. So those kind of things I will be telling when we do the practices. Then there'll also be the people who have problems with knees or can't sit down on the ground and do the practices. They can sit on a chair and the at least the practices which are standing and pranayams that they can or the joint exercise or the warm ups they can do sitting on the chair itself.
Right.
So those things can be managed. Okay, and what time is best for yoga? Best time is, as Yogeshwarji said, 5 o'clock in the morning is best. But looking at today's lifestyle, hectic lifestyle and all, do it anytime.
But
Anytime.
anything will be on an empty stomach.
Yes.
I think.
So the precaution that you have to take is at least 2 hours of gap. If you've had a heavy meal, 3 hours. If a okay meal, then 2 hours. And if you have had some beverage or something, then 1 hour.
1 hour.
Okay, so at least keep some gap. You will feel the difference when you're on an empty stomach. The bowels are empty. Early morning, the stomach is empty. Bowels are empty. You feel very good doing
Right,
yoga in the
right.
morning.
Right.
So that is the best time to do yoga. But any time when the stomach is empty, you can
It's
do
a
it.
good time to
It's a
do.
good time to do yoga.
Achha, in fact, there was a reason why we choose the 7:30 in the evening, because most of you're coming from office 6, 7 o'clock, and after coming from the office, you're tired, you're exhausted, you have traveled. So what 7:30 is a good time probably, where it can become the bridge between your external world and your family. In fact, I would encourage that your family be involved in yoga basically, and you are all doing it together. It can become a family activity.
Yeah, it's
So
good for
yes,
everybody. Children who are going through stress, they all can attend this session. Anybody above the age of 10 can be doing this. Children below 10 years of age, generally their joints and bones are growing. So we don't force them to do yoga. But if they want to do it, you can allow them to do it, but don't correct them or don't, try to make them sit in one place. Their hormones don't allow them to sit in one place. They're not mature enough to, be sitting in one place and steadily and trying to do things. So 10 years is a good time where you can start yoga. And anybody above the age of 10 can be doing this or attending this session.
Okay, somebody is asking, I think, can you teach a few exercises? Guys, have patience. This is just an introduction session. आज योगा सिखाने का सेशन नहीं है, आज इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं. मुझे मैडम को इंट्रोड्यूस करना था, मुझे बताना था कि भाई हम सीरियस हैं योगा के बारे में, और मैं ऊपर जाके अपना वो ठक ठक आवाज भी बंद करके आया. आपको ध्यान में है मैं कितना सीरियस हूँ इसके बारे में. So we will definitely, I'll request madam to teach a few exercises so that we can get a feel of yoga.
A lot of questions coming.
Madam, it will be a lot of questions. Our traders need yoga, basically. Okay, like Sudhir has a question. I'll just read the questions. I have a problem of gastric because of esophageal of
Esophagus,
can I
hernia,
do stomach exercises?
No, if you have a hernia, there'll be a lot of things that you cannot do, especially on the abdomen. Things should not be done. Things like many practices which involve the abdomen, like Kapalabhati is an abdominal strokes. So those cannot be done if you have any kind of hernia or the esophageal hernia. So you should be careful in doing things. So you can do, but do it very slowly and gently. I will be talking
Ma'am,
about
I'll just interrupt. I have sent a email ID to you guys, yoga.pathfinders@gmail.com. So what you do is, Those of you have any query or any problems, please write to that. Vandana Madam owns that email address. She will be the one answering that email address. So you can just write on that email address, and she will discuss it in a session, and she will answer. If there is precautions you need from you, if you have a severe problem, there's always a disclaimer. Consult your doctor before you start, basically. But we will be doing light yoga. We'll not be doing very hectic Shasans. Simple light yoga is what we'll be doing.
At the end of the day, you all are very tired.
Yes.
So this is more to de-stress. We'll be doing a lot of pranayams, which help in oxygenating the body, relaxing you, and also to we'll be doing meditation, small meditation to relax you, basically, so that you get good sleep. Also, you become more stronger and more confident with all these practices. You'll get better sleep, more positive in life. I can tell you, all of y'all, this is one thing I've seen in all my students till date. They become very, very positive. We have classes which have so much energy that they're very, very positive. They don't complain about anything. Everything is okay. Everything is good. That is, yoga does not only make you flexible of the body, but also of the mind, to be able to say okay to things which are in which there is difficulty. It's not common, especially ladies in ladies classes. They are generally cribbing, but I can tell you all, after doing yoga, there's nobody who cribs. They all become very flexible of the mind. A lot of positivity that will come into you. Your attitude changes. You can say your life will change. My life changed after doing yoga. And
ma'am, we have Tarun and Kiran. Kiran को तो जब तक आंसर नहीं करेंगे वो पूछते रहेगा, तो उसका आंसर देना जरूरी है.
How is it better than
how is yoga
training?
better than strength training? Yes.
See, strength training, they only focus on the body, the muscles, and to work on those. Yoga doesn't, and strength training believes in putting maximum effort. If you look at yoga, they will say minimum effort. Okay, we are trying to relax. We are trying to use the strength of the muscle, tone the muscle, but very slowly. Listen to your body. Listen to your mind. Body is saying it's hurting, but nahi karna hai. Karna hai. That is not what yoga believes in. Yoga believes in put minimum efforts, but do it regularly. There is no chutti in yoga. Okay, we are saying 3 days. But once I start, there'll be homework. You'll have to do every day. Okay? So, yoga doesn't believe in any holiday. You have to do regularly. And we believe that whatever is done should be oxygenated. That means when you do strength training, generally, if I talk in terms of chemistry, it's the breakdown of the carbohydrates. It breaks down into, when you're doing strength training, it breaks down into lactic acid and water. Okay, but when it's an oxygenated or the respiration that is normally done, it is broken down to the carbohydrate is broken down to carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so what yoga believes in is that your body should be totally oxygenated. You should not be doing beyond your capacity. Do go slow, go steady, very controlled, very rhythmic, but very slowly. Okay, yoga does not want you to don't be greedy to get things fast. Okay, the efforts are minimum, but do regularly. Okay, and you'll get results also in a long time. It's not going to come immediately. Maybe in first 10-15 days you feel very good, but later on it's going to be very, very slowly. Okay, you will see muscles coming in if you do strength training, but people who do yoga don't have that kind of, they're very lean. Okay, but they do have that strength. Okay,
I've experienced that. After I started doing yoga, my body became more lean. But I feel more strong now. Achha, Tarun has a question, ma'am. He says, can thyroid be cured by yoga?
Yeah, we have exercises that affect. See, everything, every part of the body. Thyroid is, of course, it's an endocrine gland which produces some hormones, and we try to balance the hormones by doing yoga. So everything in the body gets balanced, not only the thyroid. Okay, so we will talk about it. There are certain practices for the thyroid we will be doing those pranayams that will, the Ujjayi pranayam especially, and we do some Kapalabhati with the Ujjayi, which help the thyroid. So we will be talking about it too. Okay, so and we will be doing it, not only just talking about it. Yeah.
Let me also say we'll not only be talking of yoga and asanas and pranayams, we'll also be talking a little about Ayurveda, the local medicines that you can use, like Madam helps us with a lot of local plants that you can use just to cure our diseases. They are all around you. So, that also we'll be talking about how to use turmeric, how to use other things that are available into your house there. So I think that was the introduction part, and now I'll request Madam if we can have at least learn a little yoga today, Madam.
Okay.
So maybe a few standing exercises and a small meditation.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll just
We have
remove
the
the chair.
time, right?
Yes, ma'am. We have the time. You can take extra, no problem. Whatever time you have, you can take it. I'll take it. That's right. Yeah.
Just Yogeshwar wanted me to demonstrate some at least today. Okay, so let's just look at 2 or 3 asanas that we're going to look at. You need not do it today if you are not comfortable. We will be starting the session from tomorrow. So just for demonstration purpose. Okay, the first practice that I'm showing you is Tadasana. Okay, the palm tree posture. There are many variations to each asana. And as we go on into the course, you will know the different variations of it. Okay, this practice, very simple one. Okay, you can start by we're going to lift the hands and stretch, stretch, stretch. Joining both the palms. I think the whole thing may not be visible to you right now, but that's fine. And we're going up on the toes. And I'm stretching. You need not close the eyes in this practice. You can look at one point, okay, and try to gain steadiness with this very simple practice. If children who are in the age growing years, if they do this practice, then the height increases. So you can do this.
But you want the back bend to come.
Yeah.
You want the backward.
No, they can see the.
Yes, they can see your
okay.
legs now. So yeah, exactly.
Okay. So you can go up on your toes and look at one point. The whole thing is here you're improving the concentration. This is for children, okay? So those who are in the 10th standard, this is a very simple practice. Whenever you're tired, just stretch and get into Tadasana. You can go up on your toes and look at one point. That will give you steadiness, okay? And slowly we come back, okay? Second practice we're going to do is, it's called as Hasta Padasana. Just demonstration, okay? Hasta is the hands, Pada is the feet. So we're trying to just take the hands towards our feet. Okay, this improves the blood circulation towards the brain. Those who have lower back pain should not be doing this practice. Forward bends not good for people who have lower back pain. Okay, so Tadasana was very good for those who have lower back pain. Okay, or it is very good for our spine. The entire spine gets stretched in Tadasana. Okay, but those who have lower back pain, don't attempt this practice. Let's look at this one. In Hasta Padasana, we're stretching the hands, go back, 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 stretch, inhale, and go right behind, exhale out. You can come forward as if someone is pulling you forward. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And once you give into gravity, just relax, let your hands go down, let the head go down, just relax, give yourself to gravity, let the head go down, relax your hands, relax your neck, relax your abdomen. Just be there in this posture for some time. Okay, the blood circulation towards the brain increases in this. For children, again, this is a very good practice. Okay, let's slowly come back from the waist and relax. Okay, so this is the second practice that we're doing. Third one we're going to do is a very simple one. This is again for the lower back. Those who have lower back pain, we said don't do this one. So this one, those who have lower back pain can do this. Keep around 2 feet distance between both the legs. It is called as Kati Chakra. Okay, Kati is the waist. So we're going to twist the waist. Keep your hands stretched. Okay, and look at your left hand. Turn towards the left and lift your right heel up. Okay, and this is how the posture is. The hands should be in line with your shoulders. Lift your right heel up. Okay, and you can balance in this posture in this way. Later on, when you all are doing it, I will be giving you counts to do it. And we should be concentrating on the breath too. Okay, then look at your right hand and turn towards the right. Twist from the waist and again Hands are in line with the shoulder. Okay. So slowly come back and relax.
That should be good.
Okay. And we'll end the session with a small relaxation.
No मैम मैं इसको बताता हूँ मैंने कितना सीखा है.
अच्छा आपने सीखा?
एक सूर्य नमस्कार करके दिखाता हूँ.
अच्छा okay.
Right guys, please have a seat. Then you can have a seat here. Okay guys, so योगा में आज का जो हमारा सेशन था तो उसको अब छोटा सा वाइंड अप करूंगा मैं. But I think that's the whole purpose. The whole purpose is that you should gain health, and we are engaged in trading. Trading is a high stress activity. It's a very high stress activity, and as I see is the more you will practice yoga, the more you can have. Like for example, when I started doing Surya Namaskars, I couldn't do anything at all. It will be absolutely, but now I can I don't know if you'll be able to see me here. Yeah, I think I can do it here, maybe. So, madam, if you can give me the count, maybe. So I can show one or two. And let me tell you very bluntly, guys, 6 months ago, I never thought I would be able to do it. So it is the student basically, if I can, I always say if I can learn it, anybody can learn it. Ma'am, we'll do 2 rounds. Maybe. Okay. Yes.
You can come a little forward on the mat. So you need space.
Yes. Right.
Om Ram Mitraya Namaha. 1. Inhale. 2. Exhale out. Right leg behind. 3. Look up. 4. Plank posture. 5. Go down to the ground. 6. Bhujangasana. 7. Parvatasana. 8. Right leg forward. Left leg forward. Straighten your knees. Stretch your hands up. And relax. Okay. Second one. Dream. Ravye. Om Dream Ravye Namaha. 1. 2. The left leg behind. Look up. Right leg behind. Go down to the ground. Look up. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Straighten the knees. Stretch your hands up. And come back. Relax. Relax.
Okay, guys, that was a small demonstration that we had. So, yes, ma'am, we can sit, maybe close the session. Yeah. So, I think that is a challenge we can take. The Surya Namaskar is where we can start with. Krishna Kumar says perfect 10 for your Surya Namaskar. Krishna Kumar ji, 6 months ago it was a perfect 0.
No, I'll not still give him 10, okay?
No. I get for the moment 6 from now. So I'm still, I think it will take a few more months before I can do it. But the fact is, yoga is very similar to trading. When we start learning trading, we feel it is difficult. But every day we practice it and we become better. So are all of you ready, guys, for your yoga from tomorrow?
So they're complimenting you.
हमारी फिटनेस का आज मैडम है, तो परफेक्ट योगा कराती है. So, madam, what in their home, what sort of ventilation should they have?
Yeah, so the place should be well ventilated. Okay, you should not be doing yoga in a closed room because we are doing pranayams. We don't want the room to be filled with carbon dioxide. We need a well ventilated room. Not too much breeze, but it's a normal room with a clean room. There should be no dust or dirt because you will otherwise inhale all that and start falling sick. So it should be a clean room with good ventilation, and you can do it any time of the day. I said, as long as your stomach is slightly light, and you can, if you want, you can have a bath before your yoga, but that's not mandatory. In the morning, generally that gives you a good blood circulation, but not necessary. Okay, so that is up to you, and it should be done any time of the day, any time of the day, whenever you're comfortable. In today's world, we will say with the hectic lifestyle that we have, any time that you can find, it is okay, as long as you're on an empty stomach. You can do it on the terrace also, that is not a problem. But anyway, during rainy season, you will not be able to do that. So otherwise, anytime. You can do it in the garden. Pranayams, I always say you can go and do it in the garden. That's the best place to do your pranayams. Very, very good oxygen. And best time is in the morning because there's so much of oxygen in the air. Later on, there's a lot of pollution. But don't be disheartened. You can do it anytime, whenever you have the time. Better to do it than not to do it at all. Okay, so do it anytime. We have to find ways and means. So just find some time for yourself. That is important.
Okay, ma'am, there's one more question. Let's answer a few questions before we close with the meditation.
Yeah.
So morning walk will be after yoga. Otherwise, what is recommended?
Up to you. Any exercise you can do. You can even do gym, other things also, cycling, anything, swimming, walking. But always keep a gap of half an hour between two. Okay, so you can do yoga before or after, doesn't matter, but at least keep half an hour of time between the two.
And many of you are attending today with your family, Atul, I see, and many others. So that is the right approach, guys. Make sure yoga is done with the family, and everybody gets benefit of it. And today maybe we can close with a meditation. I'll request Madam if she can close today with a meditation, ma'am.
Yeah, it's meditation means what we initially, I don't really believe that we need to meditate, because our mind is such that it will take us to all kind of places when we decide to do meditation. But we will try to relax, and day by day, as you see, after doing yoga, you the body changes, the mind changes, and you will see that you can meditate better, you can connect with self better. Thoughts will be less while doing meditation. You can concentrate better. So it will come with time. Don't have to worry about meditation. That is also part of the thing. But initially we will call it relaxation. Okay, and yeah. And somebody has said that can we do the yoga in parts? Yes, you can do it in parts. Whenever you have the time, do it. But just make sure whenever you're doing it, you have to not be on a very heavy stomach. Okay, let the tummy be light. That is the time you will see the effects also. You will feel better. When the stomach is full, you will see that you're not able to breathe well. Okay, so you'll not be able to do your pranayams well. You'll not even feel light to be able to do the asanas. You will feel a little heavy. So better to be on a light stomach whenever you're doing yoga, at least 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours of gap between a heavy meal and yoga.
So one other thing, all the sessions, including this one, recordings will be sent. They will be in the system till the next recording is there. We will try to keep it for a longer time, so that even if you are not able to catch up at 7:30, you want to do it in the morning, you will have the recordings with you. But what I always believe is live and recording is recording. Because in live, you feel live. And you can ask your queries and your questions. So try to attend them live. But in case you are not able to attend them live, recordings will be sent. In fact, many of you are not able to join 7:30. You will get the recording. So make sure you listen to the introductory properly. Jagdish says, sir, you are a real guru, caring for overall well-being of students. Thank you.
Yes, he's very much interested. All the time he's been telling me that we need to give it to my trainers who need, my students who really need this a lot. So he's wanted to be sharing this in such a long time, and I cannot tell you how much he has tried to convince me to give it to you.
I literally, requested Madam if she can do it. And not only that, see, I have been sharing all my strategies with you. And this is the best strategy I have found. Keep yourself healthy, keep yourself happy, and when we are in good health, the emotions also come much better. So find, ma'am, can we, as you say, can we close with the relaxation?
Yes. Okay, all of y'all can sit wherever you are. Just close your eyes and relax. Just close your eyes. You don't need to be watching us right now. Just close your eyes. Be with yourself. Just relax in whatever position you are in. Just relax. Relax. You've had a hard, tiring day. Right now, we are all going to be relaxing. Just relax. Release all the tension and worries. Just relax. Wherever you're sitting, sit in any comfortable posture where you don't feel any stress. Just sit comfortably. Close your eyes and relax. Relax your facial muscles. Just relax. Feel all the tiredness being released from the body. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyes, eyeballs, eyelashes, nose, nostrils, cheeks, cheekbones, your lips, chin, teeth, tongue. Just relax. Relax each and every muscle that exists on the face. Just relax. We put up a face for everybody during the day. Right now, with your true self, just relax. Just let go. Just relax. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your chest. Relax the upper arms, elbows, your forearms, hands, palms, your fingers. Just relax. Feel all the tiredness seeping out. Relax your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Just relax. Listen to your heart, the most beautiful sound. Just relax. 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 Relax the abdomen. Relax all the organs within. Feel as if everything in the body is relaxing. Just let go. Relax. Relax your thighs. Relax the knees, your calf muscles, your ankles, your heels, the feet. Just relax. The sole of the feet, the toes. Just relax. Feel yourself just giving yourself to gravity. You're giving yourself to gravity. Give yourself to Mother Earth as if there is no life in you right now. Just relax. Let each and every muscle in the body just relax. Our muscles do a lot of work during the day. Right now, just relax them completely. Just let go, let go, let go. Just relax, 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 relax. Now concentrate on your breathing. Visualize your breath. Visualize the breath going in and out. Visualize the breath going in and out. As you inhale, watch your breath going in. As you exhale out, feel it coming out. As you inhale, feel all the cosmic energy, positive energy entering your body, filling you up completely. As you exhale out, feel all the toxins and negativity stored in the body. You're throwing it all out. Just relax. Relax. Keep breathing. As you inhale, feel yourself being pumped with positive energy. Feel yourself as if all the tiredness has seeped out. You have given it all away to Mother Earth. And you are relaxing completely. Just relax. Feel yourself filled with positive energy. Each and every cell in your body is rejuvenated with positive energy. As you exhale out, feel all the negativities and toxins being released from the body. Just relax, relax. We're going to wind up the session with one Omkar. Take a deep inhalation and you can chant with me. Thank you, friends.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. And this was the start of our session number 1. I'll be sending you a recording of this, and I pray that you all connect to your source and to yourself. And Madam will be with you. She is the one who will take these sessions forward. I'm just an initiator. So Thank you very much, ma'am, for coming today.
Have a good night.
Thank you very much for attending, and see you again into the regular sessions.
I'll try to speak in Hindi. मैं हिंदी में बोलने की कोशिश करूंगी. थोड़ा सा हिंदी, थोड़ा सा इंग्लिश. Please excuse me. Sorry.
मिक्स करेंगे थोड़ा थोड़ा हम लोग, और मैं तमिल तेलुगु भी सीखने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. यदि वो आ जाएगी तो मैं उसमें भी थोड़ा थोड़ा बोलूंगा. ठीक है. Good night. Thank you very much. See you soon.